Read the word. Close. Slip. Swip. Mm-hmm. I just have to present it. Oh. Uh-huh. No. Okay.
That was my son, Merrick, and he's 5 years old and he's currently learning how to read. Did you know that 1 out of 4 children in America will not learn how to read? Or that 1 out of 3 children who do not read by age level by the end of 3rd grade will not graduate high school? This is why people everywhere need to read more books. We receive a lot of benefits, both individually and as a society. Some of those benefits are stress reduction and mental stimulation. We gain knowledge and we create memory improvement when we read. And those are just the tip of the iceberg of the benefits. In 2009, a study was conducted in Sussex, and it found that reading leisure material for 6 minutes reduces stress by up to 68%. Now this is wild because it's the best tool to ease your stress in your life. It's better than meditation. It's better than going for a run. It is because, and psychologists say it's because, it allows the brain to focus solely on the literary world. It allows everything else that's going on in your life, the distractions, the stress, the worries, to just melt away because all you're worried about is what's happening in that book. Reading relaxes your body physically. It allows the muscles in your body to relax and reduce that tension. It also slows your heart rate and makes it so that you are more calm. Reading has also been proven to help reduce Alzheimer and dementia. And this is a touch on mental stimulation, the idea and the concept of when we use our brains, they're strengthened and they're stronger. So when we use our brain is a muscle. And we have to be able to exercise that muscle. And reading is one of the best ways that we can do that. When we exercise our brain and we use that muscle, it becomes more elastic. And as we get older, we lose that elasticity in our brain. That's just natural. It's going to happen. But if we prepare and we keep reading and we keep using that muscle, then we'll be able to have better cognitive function when we're older. Seems like an easy fix. You read more, you have a stronger brain. More than 26% of American adults have not read a book within the last year. This is a whole bunch of knowledge just sitting there waiting for us to read it. It's just untapped potential. And we need to take advantage of it. Did you know that when archaeologists find people from thousands of years ago, that they don't classify them as a civilization until they find written word, until they find their readings and their knowledge? That's very powerful, because in the sense that we have the potential to lose our civilization if we choose to continue not to read and not to grow. No matter what happens in this life, we'll be able to keep our knowledge with us. We might lose our jobs, we might lose our family, our cars, but whatever we attain in this life, it's going to stay with us. In Doctrine and Covenants, section 130, verse 19, it says, "And if a person gain more knowledge or intelligence in this life through his diligence and obedience than another, he will have so much the advantage in the world to come." Here we have a promise from the Lord that says, you work hard to learn and grow, you will be rewarded, and you will be able to take that with you. Knowledge is very important, not only in the next life, but in this life, because we are able to pass on our culture, our traditions, our skill sets to the next generation, to our children. Let me remind you that 1 in 4 kids will not learn how to read. Being a mother, this is very important to me, because the teachers have told me time and time again, if you do nothing else with your child, please read to them. Seems like a simple ask. I should just read to them. And this is why. When you read a story, you have to follow the characters. It doesn't matter if you're reading the story to yourself or to a child. They have to follow along with you. You have to follow the characters, the backgrounds, the history. Every time you read, you create memories, you create connections. Now this allows your brain to create new synapses, which makes your brain more or stronger and more elastic, like we mentioned earlier. Not only do you create new synapses, but you strengthen existing ones, which is very powerful. 30 million American adults read at below basic level, and 50% of those adults cannot read an 8th grade level book. This book right here is very important to me. It's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I read this when I was 8 years old in 1999, and it's something that I am currently reading to my children who are 7 and 5. Now, they don't grasp all the concepts, but they love to read, and they love to bond with their parents. It's a great tool to use to be a part of your child's life. Dr. Wade Fisher, director at North Central University, said this about reading. Reading expands a person's appreciation toward others' life experiences the reader is not personally experiencing. In short, it creates empathy. It allows you to connect with someone that you have no idea on what they're experiencing, what their culture is, what their life is, what they go through on a day-to-day basis. How could we not want to pass that on to our children? How could we not want a better society by reading a book? I challenge you to pick up a book and read, whether it's to yourself or to a child or to a friend. Go to the local library and read. Find something that interests you. I guarantee you will. Use your own mind. Take six minutes out of your day. Reduce that stress. Strengthen your brain. Get all those good things out of that novel. Exercise your mind. You will be amazed at just how profound the changes in your life are because you chose to pick up a book.